First reading Acts of Apostles, chapter 17, verses 15 and 22, and chapter 18, verses 1. Paul's escort took him as far as Athens and went back with instructions for Silas and Timothy to rejoin Paul as soon as they could. So Paul stood before the whole council of Areopagus and made this speech. Men of Athens, I have seen for myself how extremely scrupulous you are in all religious matters, because as I strolled round looking at your sacred monuments, I noticed among other things an altar inscribed to an unknown God. In fact, the unknown God you revere is the one I proclaim to you, since the God who made the world and everything in it is himself Lord of heaven and earth. He does not make his home in shrines made by human hands, nor is he in need of anything that he should be served by human hands. On the contrary, it is he who gives everything, including life and breath, to everyone. From one single principle, he not only created the whole human race so that they could occupy the entire earth, but he decreed two times and limits of their habitation. And he did this so that they might seek the deity, and by feeling the way towards him, succeed in finding him. And indeed, he is not far from any of us, since it is in him that we live and move and exist. As indeed some of your own writers have said, we are all his children. After this, Paul left Athens and went to Corinth. The Gospel of John, chapter 16, verses 12 to 15. I still have many things to say to you, but they would be too much for you to bear now. However, when the Spirit of truth comes, he will lead you to the complete truth, since he will not be speaking of his own accord, but will say only what he has been told, and he will reveal to you the things to come. He will glorify me, since all he reveals to you will be taken from what is mine. Everything the Father has is mine. That is why I said, all he reveals to you will be taken from what is mine.